Yo, what up guys, iReapism here, and welcome back to another RaZe video. Today guys, I have a lot to explain, and we have to go over a lot because we're closing in on the development. There's just a lot of bugs that need to be adjusted, and essentially quite a few more things here. I'm going to pull up a document actually and read it off to you. Actually, my screen is going to be paused in the video. I'm just going to do a straight recording so I can get this video up as soon as possible, so the entertainment value, I guess, of this video might decrease, but it's good information. I think you guys should know it. So here we go. Without further ado, I've got it all on the side now, so just waiting for it to load. Alright, here we go. So the class progression command blocks for the Reaper is about 50. Why is it so laggy? Hello? Lag? Hello? Alright. So the Reaper is like 50% done because we have all the progression for his abilities here. And only for the murder, so 50%. But remember, we're going to take all this apart and redo it. We're going to make the class progression command blocks work with entities, so the entities can store the data. And then the entity will grab and set the blocks at the certain location. It's going to be a lot faster, a lot easier, and in the long run take less time to build. So it's going to be really cool. I just have to figure out a really good system for it. Now, without further ado, we started Aerox. He's a little bit buggy right now, so I'm not going to show him in his glory, but I will tell you that he is pretty awesome. And look forward to one of the next videos coming up whenever they ever come up. Based on my RaZe frequency in videos, it's very low, but whenever it does come up, I'm sure I'll have an Aerox video soon. And yeah, you'll see that then. But first, we're gonna just talk about what's really left of RaZe. The overview is the name of this episode. So the game, we need to create variable, set spawn point, handle player. That's this over here, but we need to make it like perfect. We want to make sure it does everything. Set if you want to spectate the game, allow you to spectate, that kind of stuff. The backing mechanism, which is really easy to do. I know exactly how to do it. Basically, every body in the entire game has a leather chest plate that they spawn with called back. And you right click it, it has a 5-second channel time. If you move or use any ability, well, you can't use any ability in that time, but if you move or deal damage to any player in that time, then it'll reset the back. Basically, backing in a MOBA, right? You recall to base. That's what this is. Okay? Really easy to do. I just haven't gotten around to do it. The books in RaZe, 25% done. The level up books. Here, I'll show you right now. Here's all the level up books for both classes. Marauder. Reaper level up for Marauders. Rafter over here. So you can tell Reaper Marauder, Reaper Rafter, same thing. Let's see, just do that. There we go. So we got Cropper, Markra, Nizerith. You get the idea, guys. It has all the stuff for it. Every class, and if you're a Marauder or Rafter, get set with that, okay? And this is a system to detect what you leveled up, and it's going to work that way. God, sorry for the voice cracks, man. I'm such a teenage boy. Anyways, the class selection book, which is really annoying to make because it always breaks somehow when I've used the generator for it. Unfortunately, the generator's not been fixed with some bugs on it. There's some bugs, and I can never complete it. The how to play RaZe book, that shouldn't take too long. And damage conversions and RaZe, that book needs to be implemented for the competitive play. People need to understand how armor works, or how protections work in RaZe, and how nuclear damage scales and stuff like that, like the real numbers. So I'll have that book out. In late beta, that's not early beta. Beta classes, Reaper's 90%, Cropper's 90%, Markro's 70%, Nizer's 80%, and Aerox is 7%, because his passive is broken. It doesn't work quite right, so 7%. The reason none of those classes are 100% because the progression command blocks, I have not associated them with the progression. And also, Nazareth is technically 100%, but we just need to make the rafter abilities with it. I don't know why I've never done that, but you know, gotta work on that as well. We got the protection health handler, which is over here. This was really annoying to try to figure out. You know, it still doesn't work quite right, and I haven't had ease explain it to me in a very long time, and I think it might be buggy. I don't think it works 100%. So yeah, it's quite frustrating, I guess, when you rely, I guess, on something like that. Anyways, so it's like 80%. It works sometimes and it doesn't, so it's not really confirmed. First time spawn handler 100% done. Death handler is 30% done. This over here, the death handler. Set the respawn time for the player based on how long the game's going, and also, you know, set other stuff. You know, if you died as a Reaper or something, you know, make sure to reset his gear and stuff. You know, Marker, when Marker dies, you know, that kind of stuff, all that. Resetting all cooldowns except the passives and stuff. No ultimates and Marco's passive. Basically resets all cooldowns. We don't really need to do that because your respawn delay will kind of do that for you. And reset your base movement speed. That's very important that it doesn't do. Oh yeah. Basically, oh yeah, there's one more thing. If Mosh, you're watching this video, basically Mosh complains that I don't place any command blocks in any footage I ever have of RaZe. So I'm gonna keep it that way. If you're watching this video, Mosh, you know, I do think platforming is better than placing command blocks, to be honest. The entertainment value skyrockets when you don't place command blocks. But I'll ride a horse around. I think that's a little bit more entertaining, huh? But basically, yeah, that's how that works. Adjusting old systems, like, you know, that's 20%. The level up system is about 80%. We need the level up book, of course, which we kind of have. And different books for each class. We kind of have that already ready. It's 80% because I didn't hook up this system, and it needs to hook up with the progression. The camp system is about 75% done. It needs all the scaling, and we need to confirm that it really works, you know. So bugs happen here and there and there. So in there and there and there. So we need to confirm that. The aesthetics handler, it's basically 100%. The concepts here, it works, and this is how I'll enter in beta. And you know, proper implementation. The concept is there. The proper implementation is still not here, but this is how it'll be when we beta test, guys. The voice guided system, 95%. All intensive purposes complete for that one. Stun and silence handler done. Boss handler 0%. So basically, we have a few things that haven't been started and could be easily finished. A lot of the things that I need to be worked on have been worked on, and they're just buggy, like the camp system, the health system, protection system, etc. Those kind of stuff. Death handler. Those are kind of the candidates. So yeah, guys. I mean, I have to work on that stuff, and yeah, that's about it. Now, let's talk about the objective. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm going to come clean with you guys. For about 8 months, I had no idea how to build the objective for RaZe. I had no idea how to make it immersive. I had no idea how to make it... Well, I did have an idea. I know, like, the numbers. I know to wither, guys. I know where I would want to place it. I know how much health it has, how much damage it's going to do, its path, its movement. I knew all of that, but I didn't know how to implement it properly to make people go for the objectives. So initially, guys, listen to me, because this is really, really important. Initially, my idea was to have the objectives here in these areas, but there's only one passageway to get to it, and it's narrow. It's, you know, the enemy team can zone you out here so easily, so it's very dangerous to have that. So Shade, I was talking to Shade Kirby, and he suggested a lot of things. Well, we'll get into that in a little bit. Anyways, basically, my idea for the objective is you have to all in it. It has like Regeneration 3 as its protections, because you can't really add protections to mobs. Like, my handler wouldn't work on them, my protection handler. However, well, it could work on them, but I don't want it to. I don't think it would work on a Wither to wear a chest, but I don't think that works. But anyways, you have to all in it. Once all enemies on the objective exit the radius, it resets completely to full health, that kind of stuff. So it was really bad, I guess. And I was really fearing RaZe gonna turn out to be a trash game, a failed attempt at a MOBA, because I couldn't come up with an objective. And I talked to Shade today, actually, about it. And I think I came up with a solution, and I'm pretty excited to demonstrate this to you guys. But basically, Shade has explained to me that he saw me do a lot of class changes within the months. And that's true, guys. I think every video, I've changed something about a class, did a kit rework. You guys, if you watch my stream, you know I've been doing kit reworks all the time. I always change values, mess with the kit, change cooldowns, add cooldowns, all that stuff. I've been doing that like at least every time I work on RaZe. It's crazy how much I change their classes. Now what he said is that I've been doing all of that, but I haven't been changing the map to complement the changes. And at first it didn't occur to me that that was necessary, because the map's been built, I just need to balance the classes. But it turns out that as I've been building the classes in RaZe, I've been lacking something, and that there's no space up here for the objective. There's absolutely no space. There's this 3 wide path space that's even broken off, that one person can technically zone out an entire team just by standing right here and watching them and just zoning them. So that was really bad. Now, his suggestion was to add, like, remove this area and add this as a use. So make this area accessible and have a way to come up here. So 3 ways to get up: the center and the 2 sides. And then this would be the escape, right? You run off here. That's all good and everything. For now, we're not going to do that. That'll be in the beta test. We'll do that change if we need to. Because again, I still don't know. It's just speculation. I think it's not going to work the way I'm going to do it. And I think it's safe because, you know, I've been changing the classes a lot, and I think the only thing that can possibly fail is the way I do the objective in RaZe, and not the classes. That's just my personal preference, though. But another suggestion was, you know, make the boss not do so much damage, but make his... Well, if you want to make him do so much damage, he is not going to reset instantly. Instead, he doesn't regenerate, but he regenerates very slowly, like an objective in Smite, which is really interesting because for some reason it didn't cross my mind to do that. Like, to have the objective not, you know, fully regenerates health once you exit the radius. I wanted the all-in meta, but that's not the way to go in this map because it's huge. It's hard to navigate to get to the objective. So, without further ado, that's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to make it so when you attack the objective and you leave it, you can kind of whittle it down and burst it over time to win the game. I think that's the way to go because there's no way in my mind that this game can possibly be successful if I made it the all burst meta, where you have to kill the entire team and then win. That will never happen. There's so much outplay potential in RaZe. I will tell you guys something. RaZe is 100% outplay potential. That is RaZe. The classes, the way it's designed, literally the kit is outplay potential. How can you use your abilities against your opponent to outplay them and perhaps get their cooldowns and outplay them that way, or just kill them straight up? That is RaZe, guys. RaZe has been built on the concept of outplaying your opponents. So with that being said, this all burst meta could not happen because one can outplay 2 in RaZe. It's possible. I also want to talk about another concept I introduced in this MOBA, RaZe, And that's called hard scaling. No MOBA really does this because it's really dangerous to do, and I somehow think I've succeeded so far doing it. But it's very difficult, and you'll understand why you shouldn't do it in the future, and that's because of how much changes I've made to the kits. Like, it's since I've made the class, I've been changing them every time I've been changing the classes. That's because I have something called hard scaling. Now, what does hard scaling mean, guys? Hard scaling means this. Let's go to spawn. Oop. I'm going to show you exactly what hard scaling is. You're going to be a little bit confused until I explain really what it is. But, let's go to Nizerth, I guess. Game mode. We don't need to. Hard scaling, let's see. Silent. No, I mean, Nizerth's not a good example. I think the Reaper is the best example. Or Aerox, maybe. Aerox might be a good example here. Hard scale. Yeah, Aerox is good hard scaling. So Seraphic Impale 4, 6, all the way up to 16. 4 times the damage at max level. That is retarded good. Like, that's how, like, it's crazy. The scaling is crazy. Remote Clutch is an example of non-hard scaling. This is the only ability in the game that doesn't have hard scaling. This one, right here. You're looking at it right now. Mortal Sentiment, hard scaling. A second every time, 5% slow. So much changes every scale. Not really too hard scale, like it's linear, like it goes up 1 second and 5% potency, so not too much hard scaling. But look at Mech. Mech is super hard scaling. Because of the slow, 10% every level. That's crazy on a low tier jump. Not the best example, but oh no, I'll give you more examples. There's more into Cropper, I think. Scoreboard. Here, we'll take a look at everything. Class Reapism class 3. So we'll do that. Submersifer. Oh, we don't have. Ugh, rip. Let's do Cropper. Yeah, okay. Hard scaling. Look at this. Okay, at level 4 to 5, the damage increases by 3. That's crazy. That's hard scaling. Dark Rain. That's a linear scaling. Oh, man. There's no numbers here, guys. It's so hard for me to show you. So we're class 1. Let's just do this. I just need a redstone block. Here we go. Scoreboard, player, set, Reapism, Scythe 1. We're gonna do Fog 1. Death Whisper are hard scales, actually. And Divine Execution, Dixie. And what's exposed? Alright, let's try this. So you got the Scythe. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's hard scaling. And let's just go over here and give myself this stuff. Alright, here we go. We got level 2 abilities. So look at this. Hard scaling on that radius. 2, 4. That's huge. The lifesteal, look at that. 1.5 to 3, then to 6.5 to 10. Death Whisper, the range. The silence scale? What is this? That's crazy stuff. I haven't touched the Reaper in so long, guys. Oh, man. Yo, I miss this class so much. I haven't, like, looked at it in months. There we go. Woohoo! I miss this class so much. Wow. Well, anyways, guys. I thought it was pretty interesting to show you guys. But basically, to get to the point, hard scaling is very difficult to balance. And it means that when you're ahead, you stay ahead. That's hard scaling because you're 1 level higher than your opponent. That means your ability does that much more. So it can either save your life every time or kill an opponent every time. And that's just how I design RaZe. It's really focused on the PvP. That's why I introduced hard scaling to a MOBA. Not really a lot of MOBAs have hard scaling, guys. It's not user friendly, and it's really difficult to balance because, you know, the camp system, it's gonna be tough, guys, to balance the experience you get because hard scaling. If there's a meta where you can find out how to get the Reaper to level 5 within the first minute so you can ultimate someone and snowball off that, then it's gonna break the game. It will break the game because Reaper will snowball off that so fast. Especially with his passive being unseen. He can just stay in the enemy base. And just camp him. And get lifesteal when he kills. Like, this is a snowball god. So, yeah. Hard scaling, very difficult to balance, but is really, really good when it comes to PvP and outplay. Hard scaling enables outplay potential. 100%. That's why RaZe has 100% outplay potential, because hard scaling exists. Oh, I just leveled up my ult from level 4 to 5. That's a 1.5 second longer silence. Instead of negating most of Dark Rain's attack, which is Carper's 2, that fireball that rains down, it will negate all of it. It's so different, guys. Hard scaling makes a huge difference. Anyways, guys, I babbled on here for 22 minutes. Have a nice day, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace out now.